The dark days of winter are well behind us, and the sun is out, at least some of the time. It must be spring. And the Xbox world is just about keeping up with things too, as the month of May sees a number of new titles arrive on the Xbox One and Xbox 360, some of which will surely be must-buys. So let's take a look at the titles arriving on a store shelf near you soon. First up, let's look at Doom on the Xbox One. Remember when everyone's hopes for a new Doom title were revived back when Wolfenstein: The New Order was released? Well, finally, we can go back to hell and blow up some more demons. The multiplayer beta has come along and given gamers a peek at what we can expect from the reboot of the popular first-person shooter. The main premise of the game is to be just totally badass, equipping yourself with massive guns and getting the chance to test them out on huge demons. The combat system has also been reworked, with you needing to rely on speed and momentum to chain kills together if you wish to finish Doom's approximated 13-hour campaign. But honestly, in most modern FPS games, the campaign is more than overlooked, with players naturally turning towards the multiplayer. And who wouldn't be if you could play around with weapons that have the power to practically make a man disappear? The traditional deathmatch and domination modes are present, but with the opportunity to create your own maps and modes, the possibilities are endless. Doom has gone the extra mile in allowing you to use teleporters and even turn into one of the monsters themselves, a jetpack-equipped bone-munching hulk of a demon to be precise. It's got big guns, flowing combat and terrifying monsters. What more do you need? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutants in Manhattan on the Xbox One and Xbox 360. Let's be honest, the Turtles haven't had the best of runs in the last few console generations, but Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo and Raphael are back in New York City, ready to team up with their allies in order to stop Shredder from taking over the city. With each turtle having his own unique fighting style and distinct abilities, it really will matter who you and your buddies pick. Every stage is quite similar, with the turtles defeating numerous goons and then facing an end of stage boss. So far, so normal. But the main new addition to the game is the option to upgrade your abilities, doing this in the form of green orb collectibles. No matter how far you upgrade your team, if your quick fingers fail you however, you'll have to be revived by your co-op friends or AI. Fail to recover and you'll be left with a life full of nothing but pizza. Homefront: The Revolution on the Xbox One. Yes, nobody can hide it. The beta for Homefront: The Revolution was not great. But has this resulted in The Revolution becoming just another open world shooter that we can neglect and keep at the back of our Xbox game collection? Well, we have certainly not seen any plot or setting similar to what Homefront puts on the table. You play as Ethan Brody, a member of the resistance against the invading North Koreans in this apocalyptic, torn apart city of Philadelphia. How you go about oppressing your enemy forces is completely your decision, but you'll have to ensure that you scavenge parts to craft weapons and healing items should you wish to stay alive. Aside from the main single-player story, you can jump into Resistance mode, where up to 4 online players can work together to complete missions. Similar in a way to that found in The Division. There is however one problem: it promises to be as tough as nails. Battleborn on the Xbox One. We all know Gearbox Software as the developers behind the colourful and humorous line of Borderlands games. Now though, they wish to introduce us to Battleborn. Essentially, Battleborn is a hero shooter, which means you can play as one of 25 characters, in either campaign or multiplayer. All of these characters suit different play styles. For example, Wraith is a katana-wielding character, while Thorn prefers to pick off his enemies from long range with a bow in his hand. Similar to Halo 5's Warzone system, at the start of every match you will see yourself as nothing more than a weak level 1, creating a fair starting point for everyone. But as you rack up the kills, you can invest points into upgrading your abilities. Battleborn isn't just about colourful frenzy, it's also got a fairly deep tactical edge to it. Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter on the Xbox One. If you're a fan of mysteries and adventure games, then this could well be the title for you. The story is based around the disappearance of young Caitlin. You, as Sherlock Holmes, must analyse clues related to the mystery and enter your mind palace, trying to decide on the best course of action. The Devil's Daughter will draw you in, make you judge your own decisions, and ultimately leave you feeling like you are the illustrious detective himself. If you just want to play a story-driven, dark and gritty mystery game, then who better to experience it than with Sherlock & Co. Project Cars Game of the Year Edition on the Xbox One. There always seems to be one for the petrol heads out there. Apparently Project Cars was a bit good, and our review confirms that. And because of this, we'll be getting a Game of the Year edition to satisfy our driving needs. As well as all the elements from the original game being included, we will now have 125 cars at our disposal, 4 more tracks to test our skills on, over 60 liveries to pimp our ride with, and over 500 minor improvements added. The new features and improvements not included in the original Project Cars should create the slickest, smoothest driving simulator out there. So, that's it for May. A rather decent number of new games will be hitting the stores, and our advice is you really should make sure you check a few of them out. If you like this video, please make sure you give us a like and a subscribe, and we'll see you next time when we run through the new games for June. Bye for now!